Okay, I wanted to show you this, how this works pretty much. This saw is what I use to cut off the edge with. What's really cool about it is that you can switch, depending on what hand you're on, where this goes. And that allows you to get closer. As you can see, I don't have that on the side, closer to the edge. And you can see if I just go nice and slow, it quickly gets through the wood. So that's kind of what I wanted to show you. You can see there's a nice edge right there, and then all you have to do is file a little bit and it cleans everything off. What I wanted to talk about a little bit is that they recommend in the manual to use a router, and it's much slower, and the problem with that also is that if you make one little mistake, you've ruined the board. You just have to jiggle it wrong once and you're digging into the board the wrong way. So anyways, I'll get with you after I cut the edges off. As you can see, what I've done here is I've clamped the back down so it will lift up where I'm actually trying to even off the edges with the Japanese rasp. So I have 3 clamps all together holding the boat up. I'll show you the slant on the other side. And as you can see, we'll get up close here. Nice beveled edges all the way down, nice and clean. And look at how easy it is to access that because it's lifted up high. And so you can do a nice job on the edge. Now what's important for, let's see if you can see my finger, this right here, where am I? Right here, this edge right here, be nice and smooth because we're going to bevel that edge, and if it's not, it's going to create bumps on the finish. After we smooth out the edges, we're going to bevel the top edge, and you'll see how nice and clean it looks. I basically use a 1/4 inch rounded router bit for it. You don't want to make too much of an edge, but a nice clean edge, this is the perfect setup for it. You can see how nice and clean the board looks all the way up and down the rails. And this is what you want before you actually fiberglass. There's a few things that we need to do that the customer wants before we fiberglass, but you can see how everything is very nicely lined up and a nice clean edge all the way through. It doesn't take long to put a beveled edge on it, and it's well worth doing it, especially on the fiberglassing. It makes it easier on the corners. Alrighty, so we just made a hole for the for this nice slick setup. What you want is you need to have the jigsaw and a cordless drill, and you can see you need the 1-inch cutter to make a hole so you can put the jigsaw in. We got safety glasses, tape measure, and a compass. And these are what you're going to need to measure everything off. As you can see, once you get it all accurately measured off, it'll look similar to this. And see how nicely that just fits in there. And you got your porthole. You can put storage in there, or a lot of times you can get a little setup that just holds your keys and just small things that you want to keep waterproof, like your phone and stuff like that.